I think if I described it in one word, it would be unselfish. I think anyone that's involved in any form of leadership, if you want to be successful in that, you have to be unselfish and put the group before yourself quite often on occasion. Your deeds have to match your words, because when you're dealing with any group, I think those people have to look at you and say, look, you're talking the talk, but you're doing something slightly different. I think you have to make sure that your deeds and your words tally without a doubt, and you have to care about the individuals that are working for you or working within the group that you're trying to lead. You have to set a vision out for those individuals, both as individuals and a collective as well as the group, and say, look, this is what we're trying to achieve. The crossovers between the executive world and the footballing environment are getting more commonplace nowadays. I think football's become more of a business, if you like. You can never lose track of the most important thing for any manager or team on a Saturday is to win a match. That's, you know, those are written in stone. But you also have to be very cute in the business world, I think, and understand, as I did in my first job, the business situation of the football club and where we stand as a business, or any individual business you work for as a manager. You have to understand the finances of that business and have a grasp on the business side of the organisation to take the team forward from the footballing side of it. I think the business side of football has probably expanded tenfold, I would say. Not just the Premier League, but lower than that, we're getting owners in from all over the world that have got an eye on the finance, as well as the profile of themselves and the football club. They've got an eye on the finance and maybe making a buck, a quick buck, maybe getting a team promoted and getting into the riches of the Premier League. And I think you've got to be aware of that now, especially in my profession as a manager. You've got to be aware of dealing with the football side of it, and that's a standalone, but quite often in decisions that people make and get forced upon you or attempt to force upon you, i.e. maybe signing a player from foreign shores for merchandise reasons. You know, these are all things that come into the mix in the modern day game. Whether you agree with it or not, they are things that you have to deal with as a manager. Probably two things are vital for me in that respect. Keep a steady ship. I never floated too high when things were going well, because I always saw that as a sign of weakness, if you like, by glorifying your victory every now and then. But always on the flip side of that is, whenever I had a downturn, I always saw that as a great learning curve. It sharpened your focus fantastically well. When you bring adversity, and adversity will come, embrace it. Just accept it for what it is and say, there's some real learnings here, and they're the learnings that are going to make me better and stronger tomorrow.